Just very quickly, this is a gentleman who's called Wise Up on YouTube. He does some good, interesting things. Got me thinking and things like that. However, I looked into Nazca lines about 4 years ago, and basically, you know, we have crop circles and all that going on in this country and in America and that lot. Just imagine it if you have no crops or no fields. What else would you do? Yeah, you'd do it in the sand, wouldn't you? Right? Basically, that's my opinion on this. However, you then have the other Nazca lines, the straight lines and all that sort of stuff. And this is the video that I did a couple of years ago. I deleted it off YouTube and everything like that because I actually got trouble for it. Got into this shit. Right? I can't tell you who buy, what buy or whatever. Yeah? But that's the way things are. Now the Nazca lines, the straight ones and all that lot, are just ex-military bases and airfields. I'll show you what I mean. Right, here's an example of some of it. It's not the same video I saw years ago for an example, but this gives you an idea, yeah? And now I'll show you like the modern version. If you imagine taking all the buildings away and all that lot from an airport or a runway, a military runway or something like that, be it from the First World War, all stuff pre-recorded but we don't know about it type of stuff. Yeah, you know, like when they did the Second World War and all that, when they bogged off different places, they made temporary runways and things like that, and all that sort of stuff, and then they left it. Right, I'll give you an idea, yeah. Just move up a bit. To look at the top one there, runway renovation, yeah? And then you come down here. You can already see it in the background of that one. An idea, right? If that was years and years ago, 80 years ago, 100 years ago, that'd be worn out. They'd have dug up the runway so the people cannot use it. Yeah, that type of stuff. Or they've just had it as a hard runway, you know, in the Nazca regions or whatever. And you see all the lines there. That's where the buildings can be, and where they drive off to other buildings down here or whatever. And you go up there, you take a left there because that might be a small little bin area, anything. Yeah? Right, so you're not far from the airport and you have all these lines going round here with what used to be buildings at Nazca Place and all that sort of thing. Yeah, take all the buildings away, you get that lineage. And guess what the locals do after that? Yeah, they'll put pictures of monkeys on and all that sort of stuff and all the rest of it because it's like their blinking crop circle stuff. Yeah, do you get me? I've served there. Yeah, did 2 tours. Yeah. I mean, what you see here are like driveways and walkways and stuff like that. But when you're in a different place or out in the middle of nowhere near Nazca land, yeah, you have basic lineage from A to B, from each building to another, because it's easy, it's efficient, and that's why they're straight. If, however, the airfield, like this airfield, has been here for many years, you then get what you call different lines, where people over time might walk from one building to another as a shortcut, or things like that, basically. That's why you get, you know, little ones that are a bit rounded or whatever. But if you go to a place yeah, and you have to set up an airfield. You have an airfield, you have basic lineage, so everything's quick and efficient. Do you get me? Yeah, I mean, that's not the airport, that's where it's all cleared for when you come in and things like that. These are all like straight lines and stuff. Yeah, it goes on and on and on. Oh, look, somebody's done a wiggly one, cut across. Yeah, so I'll cut across there. It might be a bit of rock there or something like that when you're down on your Land Rover. So you have to go a little bit that way, but you have to go this way left a bit because of the bush there. So that's why that's bent. But generally, the straight from A to B, then from B to C. That's your Nazca lines. And then when you go back, yeah, so here's a good example. You've got your straight lines there that used to be from A to B, from B to C, as like an airport, yeah? Just an airport, basically the old style airports for biplanes and things like that, the Second World War, something like that, yeah? Could be made by the Germans, whatever, us, Americans. And then once the old lines go, yeah, the buildings might disappear. They might even be temporary where they pack them up and take them away. Or they could have even been tents. An airfield with tents around it with straight lineage going from A to B, from B to C, from C to D, back to A. Yeah? And then once they bog off, that area is known by then the locals because something's been going on there. And they stamp their thing back on it, yeah, by doing things like the crop circles without the crops. So there you go, Mr. Wise Up, mate. Yeah, that's my opinion. I think I've watched quite a lot of your videos, mate, and I think you've got a good angle with your, you know, where your metal turns into stone. That's very interesting, all that sort of stuff. But I'm ex-military, ex-Royal Air Force, yeah. I've lived about a bit, was in there a while, so my parents, and so on and so on. And it stands out to me like a dog's gonads, what they are. But the thing is, if you crack it, and you actually, this is where I got in the shit and I had people after us and all that bollocks. I do investigate other things, yeah, to the pedophilia and disgust that's in this country and other countries and stuff like that. You get your ass chased by the undercover lot, right? No duff, telling you the truth, and all the rest of it, yeah? But this is what it is. And if you do then say that, all you're doing really, and what all I've been sort of hinted at, is that it's their attraction for that country will be scuppered. It's like the Yeti, yeah, the Yeti. Like there's guys in blinking Canada and all that lot, yeah. They go out and they pretend to be the Yeti man. They dress up as the Yeti man. But you can tell by the gait and the walk of their body that it's the same person doing the bloody videoing, yeah. But you don't want to blow up blinking the Yeti man because that's a big tourist capture thing. Likewise, this is. So if you crack it and you tell people that it's a load of bollocks, guess what? Yeah. They come down on you like a ton of bricks because you've probably taken away the tourism from that area, which then helps that area with money and stuff. It's like the pyramids and all that lot, yeah? Well, I bet Hitler had a good time painting little moustaches on blinking hieroglyphic stuff and all that sort of stuff. We used to go around the classrooms when they were there saying, right, draw a blinking sphinx, you lot, get on with it. I'm not saying they weren't there before, but you can add to it, can't you? You can add to the Egyptian stuff and make a profit for tourists. Go and ask the cross of Jesus Christ. There's enough bits of wood to build a ship like an aircraft carrier out of the con. Oh, I am Mr. Wise Up, man. Yeah, nice one. Keep going. Like I still try to keep going in things I do. It's not easy when you've got the whole world bashing you saying you're full of crap when you're not. Alright, but I won't be leaving this on long. Yeah, the reason why I'll take it off is because at the end of the day, the country is not a rich country or anything like that, and anything to pull in a bit of tourism and some money for the people to eat, I'll take it off and leave it alone. You get me? Alright, have a good day, Mr. Wise Up. I find your videos very interesting. Nice one.